Hello, it's Mr. Leung here, and then I would like to talk about the quiz for you. Okay, and here we go, and which is this one, these two indeed. Okay, and for the first one, most of the urban land are used for residential land use. Residential land use because most of the Hong Kong land are mainly located in different area, and although there are lots of commercial and also industrial land use and also other kinds of land use, but residential land use complies with the largest, so it should be residential. And then for the which of the following are not the examples of urban areas? Tseung Kwan O, you know there's a lot of buildings. Tu Kwa Wan you should also familiar with because you study in there. And then Wan Chai, definitely you can see Wan Chai is having a lot of building as well. How about Kam Tin? Where's Kam Tin, which is in the in between Yuen Long and Shaanxi? Is quite a rural area, so this one the answer should be Kam Tin. And then old urban area, which of the following are the old urban area? Tin Shui Wai is relatively new, mostly is 90 decades, is built in 90 decades. Sheung Wan is the oldest region among these four, so Sheung Wan is the answer. Okay, which of the following are the mixed land use commonly found? Okay, which is Yau Ma Tei, because all urban area always having mixed land use. All urban areas always having mixed land use. As I've told you before, most of the old building, just like the one in the Tu Kwa Wan, it may be having a lot of residential land use in the upstairs, but meanwhile in the first floor or in the ground floor, most of them are the commercial land use. For example, the store or the tutorial school, so on and so forth. So it should be Yau Ma Tei. Okay, which of the following can be found in the urban areas? Okay, so park and also beach. Okay, just like Repulse Bay, we can find a lot of park. Meanwhile, the beach is right there. Okay, so it should be both of them. Okay, and then which of the following are the old urban areas in Hong Kong? I think the answer should be number 1 and 3, isn't it? Can choose more than one, so number 1 and number 3. Tung Chung and Sha Tin is relatively too new for doing so. Okay, so it shouldn't be. Okay, what are the characteristics of the institutional land use, mainly for the community use and also the government use? Okay, and then is it the building will have different specific functions, just like the one that next to us. Okay, the government building that next to MPL, and you can find the clinic as well as you can find the government office right there. Okay, which of the following area are having the industrial estates? As I told you, TV Buddy always found in the Tseung Kwan O. Okay, Tseung Kwan O. Okay, which of the following are the industrial area were developed between mid 1970s and 1990s? Okay, may choose more than one. Okay, and it should be Tseung Kwan O, Tuen Mun, as well as Sha Tin, all of them. Okay, which of the because they are relatively all built between mid 70s to 1990s. Okay, which of the following are the characteristic of the residential area near to the industrial areas or in the urban areas of Hong Kong? Not really for the pleasant living environment, just like Tu Kwa Wan, you cannot say, oh, we are having pleasant living environment. The rent of housing is cheap too, and then residents may face pollution problem, also true. Okay, these two. Okay, and then which of the following pairs comparison between rural areas and urban areas in Hong Kong are correct? Okay, so I think you have done a lot of this already. Height of building, rural areas lower. Population density, so as the population density, the rural areas is also having lower population density. And also green areas, all of them are correct, so dog. Okay, which of the following are the industrial area correctly labeled? Okay, mainly for this part is the Science Park, and then it's right because high technology industrial development. Oh, sorry, this is not Science Park. Sorry, this is the industrial area in typo, okay, then it shouldn't having a lot of high technology industrial development. So number 1 is wrong, so accordingly number 2 and number 3 is correct, okay. As I said, TV Buddy live in industrial estate, so number 3 is correct. And then in the sample gong, we can find a lot of multi-story factory buildings, so 2 and 3 C, okay. And then how about the quiz 1.2? This one, as you can find in your page 3 or page 4, which is about the conventional sign, about the map, okay, and it is the declared monument, okay. And then you can see this one, okay, quite like the how to say, the uniform of those jail, okay, of those prisoner, okay. So who is responsible to catch the criminal to the jail, okay? It should be police, okay? So number C is correct, okay? This one, you can see there's a hospital, and I have told you in the lesson, hospital are always darker in background because it's no good. It may have some people dying inside, okay? But clinic should be this one. Clinic is this one. Meanwhile, the hospital is having a serious situation, then it should be darker color, okay? So option 1, okay. And then fire station, we always use the bell to alarm the fireman, so it should be option 2, okay. And for here, which of the following can be found in the park, can be found along the footpath, okay. And also you're gonna find a lot of symbol, okay. You can see the flower, isn't it? Flower is the park. Playground is this one, okay. You can see the spring right here. Qi Tong, what is Qi Tong? Which is talking about Qi Tong, the ancestor hall that's always found in the village, okay. So dog, okay, it should be dog. Okay. Which of the following shows the agricultural land use? Number 1, number 2, 3, and number 4. Number 4, definitely, it is a which, okay, so number 4 is not the case. Number 3, you can see a lot of buildings, so it's not the case. Number 2 as well, okay. So accordingly, number 1 is the answer for the agricultural land use, which is called the farming land use, okay. So this one, why is having a good reason for developing agriculture right there? There's a river providing the irrigation water, some settlement providing labor, true, and then farm produce can be market, can be easily transported by the road. So this is not, okay, because we can find some buildings which can provide labor, and then the river lying along the field, so it's providing some irrigation water. And then number 3, we can find a lot of farm produce can be transported by the road also too, okay. Also this map, okay. And then what are the people living in there having low income? First of all, presence of farmland, not really, okay. Presence of village type house, not really. Presence of temporary structure, okay, because can you say Mr. Leung is poor? No, because Mr. Leung also live in village house, but indeed Mr. Leung is a bit poor, but not that poor as Mr. Leung cannot repair their house, okay. But the temporary structure is saying that is telling that they cannot really going to repair the house, okay. So number B is the answer. So whole circle bearing for Stanley from Tsim Sha Tsui, okay, always making this, okay. More if it's from Tsim Sha Tsui, you can see from Tsim Sha Tsui always makes the course in the Tsim Sha Tsui, but this one is going to fake you, okay. This angle is going to fake you. You're gonna start from the loft is right here, and then when you are trying to measure the loft, and it should be 90 plus something, okay. Then moreover, whole circle bearing, well, okay, if 90 more than 90, okay, because right here the eastern part is 90, and then the southern part it should be 180, so accordingly, if it's lying between, and also it's whole circle bearing, I've told you, which is talking about the 0 to 360 degrees, so the answer should be 154 degrees, okay. And then whole circle bearing from Stanley to Mui Wok, okay? So accordingly, this one is also going to fake you, but it is quite kind that at least it is going to give you some hints for doing so. But for this part, whole circle bearing, whole circle bearing, then you're gonna tell is 0 to 360 degrees. So accordingly, it should be 360 degrees minus 75 degrees. So it should be this one, okay? It should be 285, okay? Compass one from the playground to the fire station. Playground is here, okay? From the playground to the fire station. So which is like this, okay? From here to here, from here to here, okay? So accordingly, it should be north, east. Is it north, east, okay? Because it's kind of next to north, so it should be north, east. Number 9 is number 11, okay? And then refer to the figure below. The reducer bearing for the special school, okay? From the primary school is north 24 east, okay? What is special school? This one, okay? And then primary school is north 24 east, okay? This side, okay? You can see from the 小, okay? You can see the Chinese 小, okay? To the 文, okay? The Chinese character 文, okay? And you can see it is in the northeast side, so more or less it's north 24 east. What are the compass points from the special school to the primary school? So it's gonna be the vice versa of north 24 east, okay? So it should be SSW, okay? SSW, because it should be the opposite of north 24 east, then it should be SSW, okay? SSW, boy, okay? Police station is to the church is 315. What is the reduced bearing from the police station to the church? Okay, it's asking you whether you can change from 315 to reduced bearing. 315 in general, the answer, it should be, if it's talking about 315, it should be this side, which is north towards the east, okay? North to the northwest, northeast, sorry, okay? So accordingly, you're gonna find northwest, okay, instead of northeast, okay? So because 315 in terms of the reducer bearing, it should be this one, okay? You're just going to change that from the whole circle bearing to the reducer bearing only, okay? Reducer bearing from the commercial center to the declared monument is south 65 east, okay? How about the whole circle bearing from the declared monument to the shop commercial center, which is like this? What is the reduced whole circle bearing, okay? Whole circle bearing. So accordingly, it should be this direction. You can see this one is the declared monument, meanwhile this one is the commercial center. So accordingly, you're gonna find the direction like this, okay? It should be 295, okay? 295, okay? And then this one, the compass point of the post office to the minibus terminus is southeast. How about the post office reduce the bearing? Again, it's just asking you to change the southeast to the to the reduced bearing, okay? So accordingly, if it is southeast, then you're gonna find the southeast, okay? So it's very simple, because it's asking you from southeast to reduce the bearing, then it should be south 45 degrees east, okay? Refer to the bed below. The whole circle bearing from the park to the post office is 242. What is the reducer bearing for the post office from the park? Okay, so it's gonna be 242, and it should be south. And then from the office, where are your office? A post office, I missed a word, okay? And then post office right here, and then to the park right here. So reducer bearing should be like this to here, okay? This direction. So accordingly, we are going to find that the reducer bearing should be north not north, sorry, I've missed a word. From the park, be careful. Yeah, Mr. Leung also make this mistake, okay? Not from the post office, from the park, okay? Be careful, from the park. Then you should set the course right here instead of the post office, okay? Sorry about that. And then from this, from the park to the post office, then it should be south something. So, south 62 west or south 62 east. It lies to the direction of east or west. It should be west, so accordingly it should be like this, okay? So that's the end of the quiz answer recap. So good luck for your exam. Bye.